guys. So I thought that I would try to sketch out some of the body types, or rather all of the body types, and show you guys how the lines of the body types are complemented by the lines of the clothing that Kibbe recommends for them. So some things to note are that, of course, these are very rough sketches. They're not artistic masterpieces. The second thing to note is that these are kind of caricatures of the body types. So of course some of the features are exaggerated. And the third thing to note is that the different aspects of the body types that I chose to be yin or yang are sometimes random, so especially for gamins one last thing, I did choose to use pencil because I wanted to be able to erase lines very easily, because I wanted to draw the body type first without any clothes on, just to show the lines, and then to draw clothes over that same exact image that I drew so that you could see how the lines worked with that exact body type that I drew. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, so first I'm going to draw romantic. Large head, rounded shoulders, short arms, and a very shapely bust line, shapely waist and hip line, short legs, very round eyes, dainty small nose or a rounded nose, full lips, and they look amazing with those same curved lines repeated everywhere throughout their look. The hair is curved, the small curved lines are repeated everywhere. Things are fitted. Fitted is a yin characteristic. Now let's go to theatrical romantic, some more sharpness, the sharp shoulders, maybe long arms and legs, but still primarily yin. So we have the shapely figure and yin facial features, large eyes, large lips, and I gave her some sharp cheekbones, and the same thing applies for her clothing, except some angles are sharper. See, that waistline is more defined, the cuffs are more sharp and defined, and the shoulders are more sharp and defined, but still very curved edges overall. Next we have gamin. Now remember, I chose the yin and yang a little bit randomly. It doesn't have to be this way if you're a gamin. I chose sharp shoulders, long arms and legs, shapely bust line, boyishly tapered waist, long legs, sharp cheekbones, sharp jawline, but large eyes, small lips, dainty small nose, and this gamin looks really good with a short pixie cut and some fittedness for the yin, and also some angularity there for the yang. Small shapes, very crisp edges, and a broken silhouette, so that darkness there with the shirt peeking out creates a broken silhouette. And some, again, small detailing looks amazing. So that is the gamin. Next up we have soft gamin. Soft gamins have more yin, and again I chose randomly what is more yin, but Kibbe says that the yin is going to come more from the flesh, so I gave her some very shapely bust line, shapely hip line, round eyes, very yin facial features, but very angular bones. So her hair looks really cute when it's shorter and a high neckline there, sharply defined waist, small detailing, and a very fun look. Contrasting trim is great also. So that is soft gamin. The next is flamboyant gamin. Now this is the opposite of soft gamin. We have more of a yin skeleton with yang flesh. So I gave her a short vertical line and some relatively angular facial features, but also more yang. I gave her some large eyes because Audrey Hepburn is a flamboyant gamin and she has large eyes. And also the same concepts apply for flamboyant gamin. They look great in fittedness like gamins do, and broken silhouette, and at the same time they also look good with some geometrics and some sharp edges there as well. The shapes are small because their bones are small and the lines are broken, so that is flamboyant gamin. Next up we have natural. So now they have smaller heads, so they have a long vertical line, they have long broad arms, a long broad waist, and also a wide hip line. So oftentimes people will think naturals cannot have a wide hip line. A natural hip line can be quite wide because their bones are wide. So they also have wide, blunt facial bones, and this lady looks amazing with very free hair and very free unconstructed clothing. So I drew an unconstructed cardigan there on her, a draped neckline, and everything is elongated. The shapes are elongated, relaxed, and unconstructed. And then I drew some pants on her, and I actually realized that they're a bit too short there, so I made them a bit longer. So that is the part where it's different from the more yin body types, that you don't want that much fitting at the edges. You don't want tailoring, not too much tailoring there. So now we have soft natural. So I drew the natural skeleton with long broad arms and some long broad legs there, and a long vertical line as well. But then I added some yin flesh on top of that. I tapered in the waist, and I gave her some wider hips and some large eyes. I also gave her a bit of a more shapely bust line, some large lips there, and also gave her some free, wonderful hair. Just like all naturals look amazing with that free, relaxed hair, and some loose tailoring this time. So the tailoring comes from the yin, but again, it's relaxed by that soft yang. The same thing with the waist emphasis, some loose waist emphasis and some loose tailoring, maybe at the cuffs of the pants, and some loose, intricate detailing, a bit larger, and a draped neckline. And the detailing I added there a little bit everywhere, and also at the bottom of her pants I added some detailing, and I think they look amazing with that slightly oversized, relaxed look, unconstructed, with some intricate detailing, provided that intricate detail is more relaxed. Next is flamboyant natural. So this time I gave the flamboyant natural a very tapered hip line. So an answer A hip line, boyishly tapered, some sharp cheekbones, but still mostly blunt edges, and I gave her some very elongated and narrow arms and legs. So these ladies look amazing with a strong horizontal line, like with that shawl there, as well as a strong, long vertical line that the shawl is also creating there, and all of the lines are elongated. So all of those lines being elongated is the yang, and it's also the yang that it's more relaxed, that's soft yang. So she is going to look very feminine and very elegant with this kind of draping, and it looks amazing on her. So that is flamboyant natural, and I fixed her hair a little bit there, made it a bit darker. So that's flamboyant natural. So next up we have dramatic. So dramatic, I gave her a small head for the long vertical line, long narrow arms and legs, and boyishly tapered waist, a boyishly tapered hip line, and some angular facial features. And I also gave her angular shoulders and almond shaped smaller eyes, thin lips, and she looks amazing with that geometric haircut to pick up on the geometric aspects of her body type. Then she also looks amazing in not unconstructed, but man-tailored and stiff silhouettes. So that blazer is long for the elongated lines in her skeleton and in her bones in general. And then I gave her just a skirt, and I decided to color in the skirt and the shirt in the same color to create a long vertical line of that color. So everything is elongated there. Next up we have soft dramatic. So I accidentally drew her a bit shorter. She's not shorter, I just did it by accident, but she has the same idea. She has a very small head, so her head looks small and that makes her look taller, and she has a lot of sharpness in her skeleton, but she has the yin flesh on top of that, so she looks amazing in those oversized rounded shapes. So the yang of that shape is that it's large, so large in general is a yang characteristic. So in the yin of her shapes is actually some yang embedded there in that they are large. So her hair is oversized and the shapes of her clothes are oversized, and I also decided to give her a skirt. I don't really know if I like this entire skirt here, but again, it has some rounded edges there. So that is soft, dramatic, and dramatic. Next up, we have classics. So classics are the most difficult to draw in this way because you can't make a caricature or exaggerate any characteristics of the classic, because that's the whole point of a classic. So I did my best to draw everything in even proportion, not too sharp, not too rounded. The waistline is not too defined and it's not too boyishly tapered. The arms and legs are not too long and not too short. The facial bones are not too angular, and they are also not too soft and rounded. So she looks amazing in this medium weight fabrics, very, very minimal detail, and her hair is very neat. So that is a classic. Next we have soft classic. So soft classic is the same idea, but I gave her some slightly rounded shoulders maybe, and a tapered waist, and maybe a slightly more yin hip line for the added yin. But and she also has a shorter vertical line because her head is a bit bigger, and she looks very, very nice with neat hair with some rounded edges, some softness, and some rounded shapes there. She can wear a bit more yin detailing, but still she's primarily a classic, so she looks amazing with that minimal detailing. And I forgot to label her, it should say SC. So now we have dramatic classic. I gave her some angular shoulders, and I still gave her maybe a little bit more of a boyishly tapered frame and a little bit longer of a vertical line. Now your drama or your yin can come from any other aspects. These are just what I chose, and she looks amazing with some geometrics, some asymmetrics, but at the same time still primarily simple because she's still a subtype of classic. So I gave her some blazer there and also an asymmetric skirt. So that is dramatic classic.
Okay, you guys, so those are my sketches. Of course, like I said, they're very rough sketches and they are more just for fun. And if you guys have any questions about body types, etc., you can leave them down below, or any comments or any video requests, then I'd really appreciate it. And you can check out my website, miriamstyle.com. Thanks for watching.